And that's not all by bullets. Like there was a lot of ordnance dropped. We dropped a lot of bombs when we could,
Oh yeah.
and um, I'm not sure, but I think that's how their trade went. Weird, but I don't know.
But even getting it into China, who's like a geopolitical
Yeah, yeah,
rival of ours,
yeah,
crazy. And yeah, I mean, you're right. That's how, like, with the fentanyl trade, it's all
yeah.
emanating from there.
Yep. It's weird. It's almost like I don't know. Maybe my conspiracy side says maybe we might be facilitating some of that
To what end?
to bringing it over, to some I guess pharmaceutical grade, but I think other is it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. You know, why pass up on all that money? If I were the government and no one trusts me because of the things that I do, the questionable things that I do, one of the questionable things that I would do is be involved with the drug trade.
Mm.
It's a lot of money to be made off the
Oh yeah.
books, tax-free, off the books. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also, it has a backstop too, like even in the legal pharma industry, because you look at like the Sackler family
Mm-hmm.
and what they did to society. It's the same. It's the same drug. It's
Yep.
right. So whether someone's taken drugs or taken, it's all
Mm-hmm.
the same thing.
Yeah.
One just operates behind the veil of a legalized company. The
Yeah.
other one has to be,
Yep.
slide that shit under the table.
And now all of a sudden we have this big, crisis going on in America,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of that stuff comes from there. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. But they definitely, they got bank off of it.
Oh yeah.
They made a lot of money off of it, and it's supplying a lot of their weapons and equipment too. But primarily, we were going after those guys, and that was fun. It was scary at points, but and mainly like the threat of IEDs. The firefights over there, they sucked because it was hard to see like exactly where it was coming from. Afghanistan or Iraq was like some face to face, like hey, 2 feet away, 3 feet away. But then you had the issue of, 1 minute this guy is shooting at you, the next minute you turn your back or you look to see where it was coming from, and it's like I can't tell who within that crowd was shooting at us. They dressed the same. There's, it was weird in that aspect. But Afghanistan, it was just it was hard to. It was like fighting ghosts over there, big time. So luckily, being able to work at nighttime, and when we did do our operations at night, not one on one, but we would go after very specific groups of people in a very specific location. And if that entire location is deemed hostile, like no one's really going to make it out of that alive. I forget how many. I think we set the record this deployment for the most kills in like a few months. It was close to 2,000, but oh yeah, we did a lot of damage over there. A lot. Not just my it was the Ranger Battalion, not just my platoon. So we got first, second, third platoon. Putting the hammer down big time.
Whoa.
Close to 2,000 kills. That might be on the internet. I'm not sure. Army
All right,
Ranger.
we can pull that up.
Oh yeah. Army Rangers, it's like 1,900 something kills. Something like that. And that's not all by bullets. Like there was a lot of ordnance dropped. We dropped a lot of bombs when we could.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
How far had drone warfare come at this point?
It was very one-sided. There we go.
Oh yeah, we have the single Ranger Battalion deployment leads to 1,900 terrorists killed or captured, several Valor Awards. The first Ranger Battalion's members ran 198 combat missions that resulted in 1,900 terrorists killed or captured in the most recent deployment.
And that was for this one, yeah. Mine, we got 1,700.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, there's just a bunch of details about that. That one was from like 2019.
Yeah, that's the different one.
Type in Nick Irving on the end of that. Let's see what we get.
You might find. Oh, what is that? No, I'm gonna say it was the deployment where I got an award for, and that would put Sergeant. You had to put Sergeant Nicholas Irving Valorous Award. It was that deployment. I forget.
Valorous Award?
Yeah,
It's a sick name.
that's what they call it. I don't know if it was valorous. It didn't feel like it at the time.
Why not?
I just dropped some bombs on people and shot a few people. It wasn't like a big deal at that time.
Got it.
It was what was that? An ARCOM, Army Commendation Medal, I believe, with valorous device.
Mm.
Yeah, but no, it didn't feel valorous at the time. It was just dropping bombs on people.
Business in a way.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you were, before we were looking that up, you
Yeah.
were talking about the drone warfare being one-sided.
I think it, like back then, they had drones, or we had drones, but it was just for like Hellfire missiles and stuff like that. I never heard of, or mainly surveillance. I'd never believed or heard of a drone like dropping bombs how they're doing now. Or are you talking about the drones where they fly them and blow people up with them? Yeah, I've never, no. That wasn't until like I had a drone. Way after I left the Army, I had that DG.
You were blowing people up after the
No. I had the one you can buy from like Best Buy drone.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, man, somebody could strap a bomb to this and
Yes.
that would be, insane. And lo and behold, that's like all warfare now.
Yeah.
I would be scared to be in a war with drones. They could do that as opposed to like just being in a gunfight with someone.
Right.
Big time. I think that's way more terrifying.
Because they talk about the George W. Bush didn't have access to those till like the end of his presidency.
To what?
To drones,
Uh-huh.
to call in strikes and stuff. And then he started using them pretty heavily. Then Obama used them and Trump used them, and it's just kind of continued. Like it's a major part of, like maybe the most major part of like warfare strategy these days.
Yeah.
Just drop a drone on them.
Yep. I don't know. It takes I don't know. I think it definitely changes like the atmosphere of how we fight wars now. And it reduces, I guess, the risk of losing soldiers' lives, but
Collateral damage.
Yeah, but it's just a weird way of fighting a war, I think. I think it's I'm not gonna say it's cowardly, but it's not. It's just a weird way of fighting a war now. Of a guy can sit behind a desk and just didn't blow somebody up. It's just a weird way of fighting war. But there's no different than being a sniper. It's like, I get the luxury if I want hiding in a bush and someone has no idea. So it's and if you ask, depending on who you ask, like back in the Vietnam War, they looked at them as like a coward's way of fighting. Snipers. Yeah. And even way further back than that, like the Revolutionary War, they were like highly looked down upon. Was it the Revolutionary War where
How
the
far could
redcoats
they
and
shoot back then?
with the muskets? Not too far, but they would hide out in the tree line and pluck people off. From,
what was that guy's name? The swamp fox or something like that.
Oh, swamp fox.
Yeah,
dude, are you talking about? Oh man.
That's the dude. He's one of the three people they based Mel Gibson's character in The Patriot.
Got it. I think it is. I think you're right. Was it Swamp Fox?
Yeah.
Why does that sound so familiar? I might be thinking of...
Can we look that up? Swamp Fox Revolutionary War?
When you say that, I'm thinking... My mind goes to when I was a kid playing Metal Gear Solid. And there was a guy, I think, named Swamp Fox in there or something.
Swamp Fox, might be it, yeah.
Francis Marlin. There you go.
Francis Marion, yeah. A South Carolina militia leader known for his guerrilla tactics against British forces in the swampy regions of the state, earning him the nickname due to his elusive and cunning fighting style. And his nemesis was the British dude who they based
no idea
the other guy in The Patriot off of, the British guy with the long black hair ponytail. I forget what his name was, but yeah, that's I would imagine that makes sense what you're saying, because it was viewed. The British were very into like warfare. We do this correctly by the book. And then you got these fucking Yankees going,
nope,
not today.
Nope. But I think that's a smarter way of fighting a war, though.
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here